Hey guys, this is One Up Gaming Nerd. I figured I would, do a my thoughts on Google Stadia from a gamer standpoint, a consumer standpoint, and a video game collector standpoint. Because I do collect video games. That is not a strange thing to the people who know me, but I do collect older games. So here's my summary of, or whatever you want to call it, of what I think of Google Stadia. Now, part one, a gamer standpoint. In all honesty, I support Google Stadia. Now, the part of me that sees the downsides of this platform is latency. Who knows how much latency you are going to have, or whoever's going to have, depending on where the data center is from Google. Now, my local data center is at least one state over, so it's not that close. And another concern I have heard is that multiplayer is going to be locked behind Stadia Pro, but from what I've heard about that, that's simply not true. Now, part 3 of the gamer standpoint is that, well, I think it's going to be the future of gaming, even even if the technology to support it gets better or gets worse. It just depends on that. If the technology that supports it gets better over the years, that is going to be what brings it up to the new standard. And if Wi-Fi stays the same in about 5 years in rural areas of the United States, because that's where I primarily live, is in the United States, is that, it's not going to be supported as well because some rural areas in the States still run on dial up, which to me is ancient, but I digress. I know I've used dial up when I was a kid, to be honest, but still using dial up just seems weird to me. But maybe that's because I have good internet where I am. Okay, now, from a consumer standpoint, um, in my own opinion, most consumers might want to look up information about it before they purchase it for someone that they know or for themselves if they are a gamer. Now, I do recommend doing some research on Stadia Pro and what the technical specifications are and the games. Which, I'm going to say this, hashtag not sponsored, is under stadia.com. It'll take you to the Google webpage. And you just have to scroll over to games and click on that. But, like I said, hashtag not sponsored. And I think from a consumer standpoint, most consumers are just not going to, mess with it because they don't know enough about how it's going to run or how it's going to, you know, how it's going to advance over the next few years. Also, I feel, excuse me, I feel like I still feel like Stadia is the future, even though some people might not think that. Okay, now, from a video game collector standpoint, the third and final part of this video. So, in my opinion, from a video game collector standpoint, not being able to get physical games is kind of weird to me. At the same time, I feel like it's going to be the future, like I said in my other 2 points. I feel, as a game collector, that it's kind of sacrilege to not have physical games, but as well as that, I don't collect games newer than 2010. So I collect anything before 2010. Anything before 2010, video game wise, I collect from Atari to friggin' PS3. That's why I primarily collect. So I don't really play many newer games, mostly because I can't afford the multiplayer at this time. So the only multiplayer I can really afford is either Steam or Nintendo Switch Online. I know people don't like Nintendo Switch Online, but I feel like it's all right. I know you can say what you want, but I think it's all right. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, in my opinion, from a I'm sorry, not Google, a video game collector standpoint, is that I really don't care. I really don't care if it's digital, physical, whatever, because I don't collect anything newer. So, in conclusion, I feel like Stadia is going to be the future. One. Two, I feel like Stadia is, for me, since I do have fast internet, it may not be the fastest, but for my area, it's really good, especially since I'm using an Ethernet connection. Three, I'm still keeping my pre-order. I'm keeping my pre-order. Four, do what you want. I'm not telling you to get Google Stadia, I'm just sharing my opinion of why I'm still keeping my pre-order and from my standpoints as a gamer, a consumer, and a collector. Okay, so that basically wraps it up for me. I'm sorry this isn't a live stream or a gaming video like I usually do, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on this new upcoming platform. So, this is One Up Gaming Nerd signing off.